is back together, and I've got to say I'm happy to see them back together. This is something I was waiting for. It's the first match tonight on NXT as Tatum and Lyra took on Wendy and Rosemary. I thought the match was okay. Lyra Valkyria picking up the win for her team, defeating Rosemary. I saw some discourse on Twitter of people saying how Tatum should have got the win. Honestly, it makes sense for her to hand the win to Lyra. She is obsessed with her. Why would she not gift her something? But I got to make a little bit of a complaint. And you know I don't do this often, okay? But I'm a massive fan of Rosemary. I have been ever since the Decade days. And I do these like character videos all the time, talking about characters in wrestling. And Rosemary's always been a name that comes up whenever like The Fiend was at its peak. And you talk about people that could potentially join The Fiend, people thought about Rosemary. You've got this person after all this time in NXT, and so far she's done nothing but lose. I mean, could we not find someone for Rosemary to beat? I get it. I know they're trying to give Tatum Paxley that push, and I completely want that to happen too. But I just feel like you need to elevate Rosemary to an audience who probably don't already know who she is. But as I said, yes, Tatum and Lyra successful tonight, and it was good to see Tatum so happy. But I do think you're still going to get Tatum versus Wendy from this feud. I do think that's still going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. Now, personally, I would love this match to take place at Halloween Havoc. Go absolutely cuckoo bananas. It's Halloween. Do it. But I'm sure with the CW launch coming up, those two massive shows, if you want to do a match there, that makes sense too. But, you know, Sunday, October 27th, can we extend this feud by another month? Maybe. Maybe it's possible. This is things you might have missed from WWE's NXT. Make sure you've hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. The best in the world, CM Punk, was on NXT tonight. I love the fact he bowed to King Booker. Good job, CM Punk. CM Punk, though, would come to the ring and say he's here tonight to have fun. Although there was a slight tease. He said he wasn't starting rumours, which means he's definitely starting rumours of a potential feud in the future with Bron Breakker. He was here to make a major announcement, which we didn't get because Roxanne Perez would be the one to come out, interrupting CM Punk, claiming that 13-year-old her would be going crazy right now to be in the ring with Punk. But then she would say that she preferred his wife and she should have been a Drew McIntyre fan. Oh, boy. CM Punk, though, to be fair, this was a good opportunity because CM Punk put over Roxanne dramatically, saying that when he was in Portland last night for Raw, he watched Bianca Belair and Io Sky going at it, and he knew Roxanne Perez would fit right in there. Really nice job there from Punk to come back with compliments. Giulia would emerge, though, and Giulia would make her way into the ring and just say to Roxanne, the countdown is on. 2 weeks left. Roxanne would go to hit Giulia with a belt, but she was stopped by CM Punk. Who would have thought the voice of the voiceless would be the man who is the voice of reason? After a failed contract signing at the start of the show with general manager Ava, it was over to an NBA star to deal with it. I legitimately have no idea why. But this segment would go into the NXT overtime slot. Of course, the main event segment, the contract signing with All Ego Ethan Page and Trick Williams. He got the job done, though, full fairness to him. But it would then be CM Punk coming out to make his major announcement. And that is that he will be the special guest referee for Trick Williams and All Ego Ethan Page. Is this, do you think on October 1st, that Drew McIntyre takes out CM Punk on NXT? It makes sense, doesn't it? Just days before their big Hell in a Cell match. And what kind of zebra man is CM Punk anyway? He let them brawl at the end of the show, and he was encouraging it. Oh my God, it's going to be chaos, isn't it? I do like that. So Tony D'Angelo was angry at Hammerstone for not getting the job done last week against Obafemi. Tony did pay him after all. Well, that would lead to the two having a match tonight, and Hammerstone was dominant, knocking Tony on his ass. And well, things didn't go the way we expected at all. Tony D'Angelo went out of the ring seemingly to regroup, but instead of regrouping, he walked away. He took a count-out loss and just walked out of the NXT arena, leaving the D'Angelo family behind. Hammerstone getting the count-out victory. What is going on with the Don? It's like his confidence has completely gone since losing to Obafemi. Later on, we'd see Tony D'Angelo talking to the family backstage, and he confirmed just that. He said that Obafemi's just like a machine, and he can't beat him. Yes, this storyline is a complete Rocky 3 ripoff, but that's perfectly fine, as Adriano Rizzo would fire up Tony D'Angelo. Now he will get special training. He will do it with heart, and if he loses, it's okay. Tony D'Angelo is going to fight Obafemi one more time. TNA star Zachary Wentz would interrupt NXT tonight because he wanted to show the world why the Rascals didn't challenge for the NXT tag belts. We saw CCTV footage of his tag partner Trey Miguel getting jumped in a parking lot in Ohio by Wes Lee. It's worth noting that this is definitely not the NXT parking lot, at least they're telling us it's not, and for that reason it just proves that all parking lots are dangerous. Don't go into a parking lot. But obviously this is setting up for that big street fight in 2 weeks' time on the debut on the CW. Wes Lee versus Zachary Wentz. I'll tell you what, their first match was good. I'm looking forward to it. Riley Osborne. Seriously, dude. What on earth are you doing? We have seen over the last few weeks, we've seen Ridge Holland dismantle Duke Hudson and Andre Chase. Thea Hale claims to be heartbroken. And now you want Ridge Holland next week? Like, you just signed your own death warrant. There's going to be no male members left of Chase U. Shanti the Adonis would go one-on-one tonight with Eddie Thorpe during his entrance. We'd see a fan giving him a kiss on the cheek. And although he did give a good performance, well, his performance might be a bit rusty when it comes to the women because he obviously took his eye off the ball and Eddie Thorpe picked up the win. Javon Evans and Cedric Alexander successful tonight in tag team action, defeating No Quarter Catch Crew. Big news after the match though, of course, the commentary team will bring attention to a tweet posted by Randy Orton, as Randy Orton is now set to face off with Javon Evans on October 8th's NXT. We had the announcement right at the start of the show from Ava that Randy would be competing for the first time ever in an NXT ring. And this is going to be a big match, I swear to God. You know for a fact, I think Randy's winning this, but Javon Evans is going to get bouncy, and there's going to be an RKO out of literal nowhere, isn't there? Brooks Jensen was successful tonight defeating Dion Lennox, and Brooks would sort of mock Dion during this match. That was interesting. It did seem to fire Lennox up quite a lot, though. I think Lennox is someone to look out for, genuinely. But after weeks of can they trust each other, Brooks and Sean Spears shaking hands. That's interesting. Is the partnership now, like, solid? A-Town Down Under are going to be challenging Fraxium for the NXT Tag Team Championships on October 8th, but they will also be on NXT next week, so that's going to be interesting. Who do you think is going to win there? Do you think that Fraxium pick up the win and that's where potentially Motor City Machine Guns show up? Lola Vice would pick up the win tonight against JC Jane, then find herself 3-on-1 during a post-match beatdown. It would then be Jada Parker coming out to make the save. And it really didn't look great, did it? Let's be completely honest. I did love the visual, though. Just because Jada come out and help Lola doesn't mean they're friends, doesn't mean their problems are solved, doesn't mean they get along. And I like that. Adds a nice dynamic to this. Potentially a harsh rating tonight. There was just a few moments that didn't really click with me, so about 6.5 out of 10. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications, you'll never miss an upload. Like the video, share the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace!